Hello everyone. Today, we will learn about the PDU of new energy vehicles. We will learn from three aspects: understanding PDU, testing PDU, and precautions. First, let's learn about the PDU, also known as the high voltage distribution box. Is to distribute the high voltage energy to different high voltage loads of the vehicle, and has over-voltage protection, under-voltage protection, overcurrent protection, short-circuit protection, and other functions. To ensure the safe operation of the electrical system, PDU integrates high-voltage power distribution module, onboard charger module, and DC-DC conversion module, with a total of 3 modules, also known as a 3-in-1 high-voltage distribution box. First, let's learn about the external content of the PDU. These are the high-voltage cables at the front of the PDU. These two are AC charging cables, which deliver a C voltage from the slow charging port. These two are DC charging lines, which deliver direct current voltage from the fast charging port. These two are high-voltage wires connected to the electric compressor, also known as AC lines. These two are high-voltage wires connected to the air conditioner, also known as PTC lines. These are the high-voltage wires at the back of the. These two are high-voltage wires connected to the motor control. Red and black respectively represent positive DC and negative DC. These two are high-voltage DC buses connected to the power battery pack. Red and black respectively represent DC positive and negative high voltage. Next, we learn the internal structure of the PDU. This is the onboard charger module of the PDU, including a filter circuit and an OBC. Onboard charger module. It converts the AC power from the slow charging port to the onboard charger OBC to convert AC to high voltage DC. This is the high voltage power distribution module. It transmits the high voltage direct current from the fast charging port, charge the battery pack through the main and auxiliary contacts. Meanwhile, it can transmit the DC high voltage power from the power battery pack to motor controller through these 2 wires. In the motor controller, it converts direct current to alternating current. This is the DC-DC conversion module. It can convert the high voltage electricity transmitted from the battery pack into a low voltage 14-volt power, and charge the low voltage battery and power the vehicle's electrical appliances. Second, PDU detection. It will start from the following 2 contents. To learn the detection of PDU. First, the power on test. Before disassembling and repairing the PDU, you need to perform an power on test to ensure that the high voltage DC bus has no high voltage output. The steps for testing the high voltage DC bus are as: first, turn on the multimeter switch. Set the multimeter to the beep mode. Then short the red and black probes. When you hear a beep from the multimeter, indicating that zero calibration is completed, the multimeter can be used. Second, set the multimeter to the DC 1000 volt range. Third, connect the red-black probes to the DC bus bar connected to the high voltage battery positive and negative terminals. The positive and negative terminals of the DC bus bar connected from the high voltage battery. Fourth, observe the multimeter display. The measured voltage is volts, indicating that the discharge is completed. Second, insulation testing. Test the PDU. The steps for the insulation test of the vehicle are as follows. First, turn on the insulation resistance tester and set the gear to 50 volts. Short the red and black probe and perform a short circuit test. Second, press the test button. Observe the display of the insulation resistance tester. The data shows 0 megohm. Third, set the gear to 1000 volts. Respectively, perform an open circuit test for the red and black pads. Fourth, press the test button. Observe the display screen of the insulation resistance tester. The data shows more than 11 GOhm. 0 calibration completed. It means the insulation resistance tester is normal. Fifth, set the gear to 500 volts. Insert the black probe into the PDU shell. The red probe measures the high voltage direct current, bus positive and negative terminals of the bus bar. 6. Observe the display screen of the insulation tester. All show more than 10 megabytes. According to the standard range table of insulation resistance, we can get the insulation resistance of the charging DC circuit should be greater than 500 ohms per fault. It is considered a safe state. A measured resistance greater than 10 megohms, which is greater than the vehicle's insulation of 0.15 megohms. It means the PDU is normal for the vehicle's insulation. 3. Precautions. 1. Before disassembling and repairing the high-voltage distribution box, you need to unplug the power battery maintenance switch and disconnect the negative pole of the low-voltage battery. Wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Second, when disassembling and repairing the high-voltage distribution box, you need to wear insulating gloves, a hard hat and goggles, and then perform power-on measurement and insulation resistance measurement. Third, when using an insulation tester and multimeter, 0 calibration should be performed before measurement. Through this course, we have learned the knowledge of PDU, understand the composition of PDU, and mastered the testing methods of PDU. I hope you can practice more in the course and improve professional skills. This course is over. Goodbye, students.